Hi you guys, I am back. Thanks for stopping by. I am gonna can again. I got London broil on sale. I also got some short ribs on sale, which rarely ever go on sale, and they're so good, but they're expensive. And then I think there's a couple of petite sirloin steaks in here also. Everything was $2.99 a pound. Now that's not, something to recreate the wheel or anything, but in today's prices, it's not bad. I think if you can buy today, when it's on sale, next year or 6 months from now, when it's $6, $7, $8 a pound, because we've had a horrible drought throughout most of the country, and the price of beef and everything else is going up. So anyway, I thought too London broil would be a little leaner than the chuck roast that I had, or the pot roast that I had last time, and I only got 5 quarts out of that. This time I'm going to put them in pint jars. I've got them sanitizing right now in the dishwasher. The quart jar was a little too much meat for just 2 of us. So this way I won't waste anything, just in case, you didn't have refrigeration or whatever the case may be. When the poo hits the fan, you want to be ready with all options open. Alright, I'm back. I got the meat grilled, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the video before, but I only just sear it. So I get some nice grill marks, and it looks nice in the jars. It's palatable. We eat with our eyes first. That's really the only reason I do that. And it does impart that barbecue flavor, believe it or not. You can taste it when you open a jar of this, that it has had contact with the barbecue. So I kept my steaks on the side, my petite sirloins, just in case. If I need them, I'll throw them in there, but I'm not going to cook them in the broth. Add any excess liquid. And I believe this was 7 or 8 pounds of meat. And London broil, I didn't lose a whole bunch like I did with the roast, because it didn't have any fat on it. And there was a couple little tiny pieces I trimmed off and put in the dog's rice. So these are the short ribs. And I thought it would be fun to have a short rib in a couple of jars. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 4, maybe 5 short ribs. And short ribs, I don't know if you've ever had braised short ribs. Pretty amazing. So this is going to cook down in this stock. I'm going to also can any of the excess stock. If there's any left over, I don't want to lose any of it. And the reason you don't do more than sear on the barbecue is because that meat starts giving up its own juice. And we don't want to lose any of that, right? So, that being said, I'm going to pour in some kitchen bouquet for color. My mom used it. I love it. I use it when I do my stew. It adds a really nice color. This stock, it will add a really rich color and flavor to it. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to add the rest of some wine we had with some pasta the other night. This is a Pinot Noir. Hope I'm saying that right. California people will correct me. And this is a Cabernet Sauvignon. And it just adds a richness to the broth that you just can't get with just stock. The alcohol part cooks off, so you don't have to partake in that. I also, I wanted to let you know that when I was out on the grill, I seasoned that meat with salt and pepper, a little bit of that around because Misty Shooter uses it. I was a little curious. It's got a little spice to it. Really nice, not too much. And my garlic powder. So I've cut up and quartered an onion to let simmer in this wonderful stock. I know I'm going to have extra stock, so I'm excited. And I'm going to go ahead and cut up a carrot or two and some celery and really flavor the stock well. And I'll be back when I'm getting ready to put it in jars. Okay, YouTube, it looks fabulous. Fabulous. And Paula, this is just another trick that you can do for canning. I can't tell you how good. This is my favorite thing to have. And if I was in a situation where things weren't that great, I want to eat well, at least. There's some kind of comfort in that you eat, you know, like you're used to. Wipe my rims and get them going in the canner. These are going to can for my area. I live in Nevada. I'm in a high desert, so these are going to can at 15 pounds of pressure for 75 minutes because these are pint jars. Sometimes it's hard to tell on YouTube what size jar it is. And I'm going to have to look up on this one's too full. Okay though. So then you go around your very hot jar and make sure that you have no air bubbles trapped, because it can cause a failed seal. And oh my gosh, a failed seal would mean I'd have to eat this tonight for dinner. And I'd be so bummed. No, I'm kidding. So you just go around with a plastic. Yeah, see, now I lost some of my liquid. So let's just grab a little bit more stock here. And there you go. I've got some vinegar back here to wipe these lids down with. Go ahead and wipe them down. I like white vinegar for just about anything like this. It's just, you know, it's clean, but mainly we don't want any residue of any sort on here because it could cause our jars not to seal, and it costs. Alright, that yielded 9 pints. There's 8 in the canner and 1 over here. And so what I'll have to do is I will have to can that Lone Ranger with the beef stock. Because it's not done, obviously. It's only been partially done, so I make sure I inspect my lid to my canner. All openings are ready and waiting to go. I've got the canner turned the wrong way. So 75 minutes once it comes up to pressure, and it's vented for 10 minutes because you have to let it vent, get all the air out of the canner. And my next purchase is going to be for a all-American canner. I really want one. It'd be great to use outside, and I could, you know, I wouldn't have this going on. I would be able to do all of them at once. But that's all right. I will can the beef stock as long as I need to can this, which normally I don't believe I would have to do that. So I'll be back when I bring them out, and I'll research that before I bring you back. I'm going to go ahead and strain my beef stock through cheesecloth and get all the vegetables and herbs out of there so it's a nice clear stock to can. And boy, what a productive afternoon. Anyway, I'll be back. Then I want to fill up. And I can tell you this is just going to be fabulous for, oh gosh, if you're doing any kind of soup that you need that beef, rich beef flavor. This has the wine in there. Very little fat now. I mean, you can see a little bit floating around on the top, but it's just fabulous. We're going to have a few quarts of it. So that's good because I like having homemade stock. I mean, we did double duty today, doing the stock and the beef pot roast. Yummy. So it doesn't matter whether these are wide mouth or not. So that's what I wanted to show you. I'm just going to load these up and get them in my canner as soon as the other canner is done. I'll probably set these in a pot of hot water just to keep the jars really nice and hot. Just because that's going to work out better for the... And then I'll bring you back when I'll let you know how many I have. I think I'm going to have a few. It looks like it. Anyway, my canner holds 7 quarts, so I'm probably going to limit it to 6 quarts of stock if it comes to that point, because I've got to fit that other pint jar in there, right? So it's still an inch of headspace right to there. And look how pretty that's going to be. Just beautiful beef stock. Nice, rich brown stock. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, YouTube. Here's the end results of the canning for the day. And all the jars sealed nicely. I've got I let them rest, for a full day. Then I'll take the rings off, wash them up, and label them. And this is all beef stock right here. So, delicious. I mean, it is so good. So I can't wait. We're going to try this London broil out here in a day or two. It'll be one of my go-to easy dinners. So it looks really good. All right, I'll upload this and hope it inspires somebody to try some canning. It's delicious, and it's a great way to have easy meals already prepped. Pretty much you can do 10-minute dinners with these. All right, see you later.